off world stock markets. The organizations which underpin mortgage lending in America need a multi-billion-dollar bailout.
Are you taking me? Are you asking me for trading?
In 2008, the systems in the banks that had structured the mortgage loans failed completely. It led to a global economic crash. The governments in Britain and America rescued the banks. But they then decided to transfer the debt that incurred away from the private sector to the public sector. And what was called austerity began. That decision was going to have powerful consequences, because it created anger among millions of people outside the system. Then, in the wake of the crash, evidence of widespread corruption came out. That all the major banks had been rigging interest rates, and many of them had been laundering money for organised crime, including the drug cartels in Mexico. But again, nothing seemed to change. A few lowly people were prosecuted, and experts talked of reforms and stress tests. And the shock among those outside the system grew further. And from that came the reaction.
It was the elites and people like you and me. People that bought into the system. And who's been held accountable? Name me one banker, one CEO, one law firm, one accounting firm. We basically just flooded the zone with liquidity. We bailed out the party of Davos. Or let me say it differently. The party of Davos, the scientific, engineering, managerial, financial, cultural elite, bailed themselves out. Remember, this populist movement and Donald Trump is not the cause of this. They're the product of this.
And it worked on different levels. It was, the most obvious level was we've got to take back control from Brussels, but it was also, and I think David Cameron and George Osborne didn't quite appreciate this, it was also about taking back control from, of the system itself. It was for a lot of people to take back control, made them think, yeah, these are the guys who screwed up the economy, who drove it off a cliff in 2008, whose mates are all the Goldman Sachs bankers and the hedge funders on massive bonuses. Us mugs on PAYE are the ones paying the bills for this. We'll show those guys. We'll take back control from you lot in London.